It's easy to trigger a bunch of clips on multiple layers and call it a day. As fun and easy as this sounds, it can also make our output overly busy and distracting. Let's go over some ways we can create a visual balance using positive and negative space, and the different parameters and effects that can help achieve a pleasing output. First, we'll trigger clips on 3 layers of our composition. Let's load a background clip on layer 1, and 2 elements on layers 2 and 3. Although this is only 3 layers of content, there's no focus and it looks extremely busy and conflicting visually. Let's focus on layer 1. To free up some of the space of our background, let's use the vignette effect. Drag the vignette effect from the effects panel to layer 1. We'll increase the roundness to 1 and increase the size to about 0.10. That looks pretty good, so let's move on to the next layer. Let's create a framing element with our content in layer 2. Drag the slide effect to layer 2, and we'll change the X and Y values to 0.50. We can notice the borders of our content, so let's add the mirror effect. Change the X and Y parameters to 0.50 as well. Next, let's create even more space in our comp by adding the edge detection effect. We can leave the opacity in mode at its default values. I prefer that this layer be complementary rather than the focus, so I'll change the multiplier value to about 0.15. Now we have a nice frame for our composition. Layer 3 looks pretty good as is. Let's scale this object down so it takes up less space. In the clip properties, bring the scale parameter to about 75%. Let's add even more visual interest to this layer. Change the blending mode to lighten, and bring the opacity down to 50% to mix it with the bottom layers. Next, we'll add a new effect. In the effects panel, drag the stripper effect to the clip on layer 3. Click on the presets menu and let's select sliding stripes. There you have it. This is just one example of how you can create a more balanced composition using different effects and techniques. These are only suggestions. Spend time to create compositions based on your own preferences and personal style.